Hey, welcome back to Childish Things, a Threadbare story. This is episode 5. If you're confused that this is episode 5, make sure you watched all the previous episodes. There should be 4. Welcome back. We at Ghostlight Gamers are happy to have you. We hope you're enjoying the experience so far. And we want to hear from you if you are, so make sure you reach out and let us know what you're thinking of the story so far. Who's your favorite character? Who's your least favorite of my dialects? There's only 3, and they're just variations on those 3. Before we jump in too deep today, we do have a big announcement we have to get out of the way. 1, 2, 3. Happy
birthday to you.
Nonsense.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday,
dear
Andy.
Happy
birthday to
you. Oh, that
Right.
Zoom delay is real.
Wow.
That
We
Zoom
should
delay
never
is real.
Delay.
Never sing on Zoom together. That's
Wow.
horrible. Andy, it's your birthday tomorrow. Happy early birthday.
Wow, thank you so much, everybody. It was truly a gift to hear that sung. I really appreciate
Dirgical. Yeah. Dirgy.
that.
Does anybody else have anything they want to share today? Show and tell time?
I
No.
have this cookie.
I watched Justin eat a scone.
Yeah.
Yes, thank
Cool.
you. Yeah,
Guys, I'm sorry. I can't hear anything.
scarfed
Uh-oh.
down a scone before all this.
Oh
happened.
no, our birthday song destroyed
I don't know
Emma's.
why.
It broke.
Oh no, you
Emma.
can't hear?
Oh no.
While
Have
Emma's
you
working on
tried-
that, I have a show and tell. This is
Okay.
my water bill.
Okay.
So
How's that going?
Is it
it's
a
going
good
up.
water bill?
I mean,
It's going up. Is that what
lightweight.
It's going up.
How's that going? It's
I don't
going
know what's
up.
happening. I can't hear you guys.
Let's see.
Try that. Go to the on
She
the
can't
in the
hear
bottom
you.
left. Oh,
She can't hear you, right?
of course she can't.
Just
Let
go
us
chat
speak
on the
advice.
Zoom. Go chat on the Zoom.
As
Uh,
Ryan goes to help Emma, I'm going to talk to the audience.
Okay, I can hear you guys again.
Oh,
Yay!
good. You saved me from
Thank
having
God,
to-
Justin was about to jump.
Ryan, you fixed it.
Sorry.
did,
Also,
yeah, I-
sorry that Lux started attacking me like right as we started to record.
That's okay.
That's
Lex.
part of it.
Everyone,
It's a
this
show
is what
cat.
happens on a live show.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
You have technical difficulties. You have cat attacks.
I
and
think
you
Lex
have,
is starting to get
And you have
pretty
birthdays.
like pissed that she's left out.
You have birth.
He's left out.
Birthdays, water bills, cookies,
Oranges.
scones.
The
We got
gamut
it
of
all
human
here.
existence.
We got
Here
it
at
all here at
Ghostlight
Ghostlight
Gamers.
Gamers.
Emma, did you have anything you wanted to present for show and tell?
I did. I was lame. No, I was excited, and I bought. I bought Summer. I bought the doll that I based
Oh
Summer
my
on.
gosh.
I'm gonna give her a big old close up. But she's
pretty.
Oh my
she's
goodness.
curvy. She's got like the not like skinny thighs. They're
Nice.
she's very like I
She
like
still
her-
has that thigh gap though. Good for you, Summer.
How does she
haven't-
do it?
I think I want to figure out how to like make her broken without actually breaking her. So I've got to figure
Yeah.
that out.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, I'm so excited.
Me too.
One of my best friends does a lot with like different modeling clays and stuff like that, and he makes little statues. So if you need to add any like additional things, I could probably reach out to him. So
Are you
I
gonna
don't do
ask your
that.
friend to make like little special effects makeup prosthesis for the
Oh, that'd be dope.
Maybe
That'd be
Yes.
pretty dope.
depending
And
on
you
what
can do
happens
her
this
hair?
episode.
We need a cowboy hat for sure.
I
Yes.
do need.
all
to
right.
Oh, girl.
Well, I think we have a lot to get to today, so let's jump into
Uh-huh.
it. So when we last left off, our courageous Cuddlies journeyed into the sewers in pursuit of their newly awakened friend, Peg. They got split up. Xoxo and Oodles tried to keep rats at bay, while the others made some new allies. Flick, a soggy bunny with dark eyes. Stretch, a ripped hero with floppy arms. And Olivia, an amorphous blob with lots of stuff hidden inside. Convincing their saviors to help them out, the team ventures deeper into the underground and attempts to rescue Xoxo and Oodles, who are both in horrible shape. In the end, the attempt falls short as Summer, Lucinda, Xoxo, the little soldiers, Mint, Pickle, and Shamrock, and Oodles all fall off the edge of the waterfall, the final waterfall, I should say, and into the realm of the infamous Big Beast.
Ooh.
That is where we find
So excited to
ourselves
see what the
now.
beast is.
It's
I hope it's a
just-
person.
It's me. It's Justin.
It's Justin.
Posts that like, hey y'all, how's it going?
Why you
Is it
sound like
great?
Xoxo?
I know. I don't know why.
Yeah.
My
Hey,
inner,
hey, you leave my intellectual property alone.
my inner monologue is just Xoxo's voice in my head. I think that's what you've done to me, Ryan. I dream about it.
my
That's my
gosh.
goal.
That's my goal.
Hey,
So,
did we make a tie with anyone that we met earlier?
you have to actively do things to make ties, right? So you did make a tie with the
Flippin' famished.
Flippin'
manatee?
Famished Manatees, because you played a game with them. So everybody,
And I beat their asses.
You did beat their ass. The three of you that played that game can make a tie with them.
Yes.
The other ways to make ties, I think you can play a game, you
First
can make friends, or you can, some of you have special things that can make ties. Those are called your friendship moves. So for Rev and Summer, if you play a game or play fight with someone, they learn something new about their own capabilities, and you create a tie with them. And then for Lucinda and for Xoxo, once per session, when you put someone else's needs before your own, they tell you how they are weak, afraid, or vulnerable, and you tell them a secret of your own, and then you can create a tie with them that way.
I want to do that.
Right now?
That's the thing. I mean, I think I did that last time. Or do I have to say it or whatever?
Well, no, I mean, we can kind of retcon that if you want. When you put someone else's needs before your own,
When I jumped into the boat off of the manatee and then, like, Captain America did it.
Sure. So, do you think that's for Xoxo or for
Xoxo.
Oodle?
Yeah, for Xoxo.
Okay, yeah. And since Xoxo is incapacitated, I won't require him to tell you a vulnerability.
Damn.
I'll say that was part one of your tie. Now, when Xoxo comes to, Xoxo, you'll have like a conversation with Xoxo at that point about the saving act and everything like that, and that's when you can create a tie.
I've got a plan. Emma, I love your dress.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
I burped.
so beautiful. So when we pick up here, we're down in the depths, the deep abyss, the realm of the big beast, and I need Andy, Emma, Kelsey. I need the three of you to. No, I'm sorry, Ryan, Emma, Kelsey. I need the three of you to roll me an act under pressure, which is plus scuffle. So this is going to determine if you are able to stay on the boat while falling.
Scuffle, you said?
Scuffle, yeah.
I got a 6.
Damn it.
So, hey, man.
I got a 5.
Oh, nice.
Our
We're rolling
streak
so good.
continues.
Let's see what I get. I got a 5.
5 for you too.
Oh, my God.
I also
Guys,
am
we're getting
holding.
stanky.
We're all gonna
I'm
die. We're all gonna die.
You also what, Emma?
Oh, I was just I'm holding on to like the boat, so like I'm not in a good position to do well at this anyway.
Sure.
Is my apron gone?
No, your apron is still attached to you, and also fluttering off the end of it is Flick's disembodied arm.
Oh, that's right.
God.
Oh,
I have
right.
an extra arm, yes.
Yeah.
Hashtag nightmare fuel.
So you all just fall into this water. So you're unconscious.
Yep.
And you are but you are soft enough. I think you're not sinking super fast. Oodles tanks and starts to go under.
Oodle's dying. Oodles is dead.
Oh God. Already conceding it.
No, don't give up, Kelsey.
the little soldiers actually end up landing on the trash can lid, and they actually are still on the boat, and they're kind of looking over the sides,
Pros.
looking down for you
Yeah.
all.
They have a lot of training and stuff.
Yeah.
They do. They had parachutes too, so they're like,
Pep, 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 pep.
So what do you three do? Well, Xoxo, you can't do anything.
I dream of a better life. That's what I do.
Roll for it.
Lucinda and Summer, are you trying to reach the surface? Are you trying to go down farther and save Xoxo or Oodles?
I try to go get Xoxo.
Okay,
And I'll try to go get Oodles because we don't have to worry about breathing because we're toys.
that's correct.
Yeah,
I will
you're in
say-
good shape for this.
You don't have to worry about breathing, but this water, for some of you, for you, Lucinda, can start to damage, and Xoxo start to get into your stuffing a bit and start to damage you internally.
Oh, God.
Summer, I think you're fine, but the water might get into little holes in your plastic and whatnot and start to weigh you down. So you have to kind of be careful of that. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and say this is going to be a help someone. So
Help someone, I'm giving up on
do
me.
either of you have ties with the person you're trying to save?
Oh, dang it. I have a tie with Xoxo.
I know.
Actually, I think I have 2 ties with Xoxo.
I have a tie with Summer. That's it.
Okay.
Can I try to save Xoxo instead?
Yeah, can we trade?
Can we just
Yeah,
we
if you
have a
want to.
moment underwater where we're like, oh wait, no.
Is that
Yeah.
you're going after Oodles, Emma?
Yeah.
I said she was dead. Okay, fine, I'll get Oodles.
She was cutting that dead weight off, man.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, you don't have to, Kelsey, but if
No,
you
I'll get
want
it.
We don't
I'll
have to
get it.
switch.
No, because I want you to be more successful. Because
Real-
I have so
real
it's
meta
just
gaming,
plus
I like
nothing,
it.
right? Yeah, I know. This is great gaming.
This is great. This is a great storytelling. So both of you
That's an
roll
8, biatch.
or help someone. So you add the amount of ties that you had. As,
Yep,
your-
that's
your
an 8.
modifier. An 8.
I got
Cool.
an 8 too. Thanks to the ties I had.
Yay.
Perfect.
We high five
Um,
underwater.
Blub blub.
So yeah, so you choose one of the following. You can grant them a +1 on their next move. That doesn't really make sense in this context. You can take the consequences of failure. Nothing breaks. I'm gonna say nothing breaks as a result of your help. That's the only thing that
Oh,
makes
great.
sense here.
So that way I
Um,
don't get more smoggy down
Yeah.
there. Cool.
So you start to and kind of swim your way up. You don't really, I guess you don't gasp for air. Just kind of surfacing. You help the little soldiers kind of help pull Oodles onto the boat, and then Xoxo, and they're like, it's hard because you're so soggy and wet now.
Oh, I hope that too.
One by one, you all get back onto the boat and are floating there in still water. The waterfall splashing down behind you, but you're slowly drifting out towards it's also, I'll mention, it's very, very dark in here, so you can't really see much beyond your own little boat.
Mhm.
But judging by the way that the water is kind of just echoing throughout this chamber and whatnot, it seems like it's a really big room. So the 3 of you have a moment, the 6 of you, the 7 of you have a moment if you need to take a breather. I'll remind you, you can take a breather as a move, which allows you to heal one of your damaged parts for free. You can do that once per session. If you want to try and jury rig, now might be a good time for that. So what do you guys do?
I do want to perform some emergency medical assistance on Xoxo
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
as Summer.
Oh,
See.
before I forget, I'm so sorry. Yes, like I forgot last time, when you do go off the waterfall, everybody takes 1 part damage. So for Xoxo, since all of your parts are already damaged, that means you're gonna break one of your parts.
Oh,
permanently.
shit.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So So the three of you just choose which part you want to damage. So you're gonna have to break one.
My bow tie. I'm gonna break my bow tie.
Oh,
So.
Well, it just
So-
made me so damn dapper.
that's
So the
okay.
bow tie just kind of flutters off and then sinks down. You lose it completely.
Mm.
Okay. Now that that's
Not even
done.
the point anymore. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guess we're done.
Let's just
Call it.
throw him in. Throw him back in there. Give him back.
Start me on fire, please.
Okay. So I want to fix something.
Okay.
I want to fix. What is that move? Sorry.
Jury rig. It's
Oh no,
under-
the one you said we could do once per game.
Oh, take a breather.
Yeah.
So yeah, take a breather allows you to, as long as you're not running away, you can describe yourself doing a minor repair, which basically heals a damaged part, not a broken part, a damaged part, and returns it to normal functionality.
I'm gonna heal my legs because they were hurt.
Okay. So yeah, you take a moment and just kind of like squeeze the water out of your legs, and kind of get them back to functionality because they were like super weighed down and soggy. Summer, what about you?
So I think what I'm gonna take damage in my let's say my left shoulder. And I'm not gonna fix it because I wanna try to work on Xoxo. Summer has ball joints at her knees and her shoulders, her elbows. So the ball joint in her left shoulder is loosened up and kind of broken or kind of damaged. But I'm gonna use jury rig to try and revive Xoxo a little bit. Ryan, can you describe the extent of your damages again so I can know what to try and fix?
Yeah, they're pretty hefty. So let me pull this up. So I have damage. My bow tie is gone. My left leg is broken. My torn ear
Damaged,
is out
not
of
broken,
stuffing.
right?
Damaged. Sorry. My left arm is damaged. My scuffed foot is damaged. And my right hand is damaged. Basically everything except for my personality part, my heart. Everything except for that is pretty busted.
So real quick, if I can just interrupt, for anybody at home who's confused why those are specific parts and not just like arm, leg, torso, head, the way that parts work in the game, it's up to these players to decide which of their many different aspects of their physical bodies, mean something to them, whether emotionally or memories or just functionality wise. So it's just specific little pieces of them that mean something in some way. So that's why those are very specific things on Ryan that can be very different things on Kelsey or whatever. So, okay, go ahead.
So I guess then I'm going to try to repair his arm, just to pick one of those parts. So let me, I think I know our last episode I said that I didn't know if she had a needle and thread. I think she does. I think that would be pretty necessary.
Makes sense.
So she's going to pull out a needle and thread from her backpack and try to perform some emergency sewing surgery here. Let's see.
Okay. So yeah, this will be plus scrounge, and you don't use your stuff because that's your special move, right?
Woo!
I got a 13.
Wow, nice.
Very good.
13.
Yeah.
Oh, and can I say when she does this, because I rolled well, she takes off her cowgirl hat and she puts on a pair of black rimmed glasses.
Yes.
Nice.
She has to.
Mhm.
These are her
Okay.
serious glasses, guys.
So this is a new precedent here, but I'm gonna say if you roll above a 12, or I'm gonna say if you roll a 12 or higher. So if you get that perfect, double sixes or higher, then you get a little bonus as well. So I'm gonna say you can actually heal 2 of his parts instead of just one.
Nice.
Yay!
Then I'm
Can't
gonna
get that bow
heal-
tie back. Can't get the bow tie back. But
Sorry about the bow tie.
That's
But
forever.
I will heal his arm. And did you say there was a hand that was damaged, Ryan, or was it a foot?
It's my foot. It's my
And his
scuffed foot.
I will also sew up his scuffed foot.
Okay, awesome.
And you're healing my left arm?
Yeah.
Cool.
And you do that in a way that it doesn't use any of your stuff, and they're successfully repaired for you. So, Ryan, one thing before I forget, this is the first broken part that we've had in the game. Your bow tie gone.
Yeah.
Don't erase that from your list, because basically what that means is that that's broken. You're going to have to replace it with something else. So you're going to want to find something else that you can put there instead of your bow tie. Whether that's, it can be literally whatever you want. And it can have an upgrade that fits whatever it is. So if you want it to be a new shiny ribbon, or if you want it to be a saw blade, you can kind of choose whatever it is. I don't know. So the sky's the limit on that. But of course you have to find that thing before you can attach it. So, okay. So you kind of come back to life, to consciousness, and Summer has just kind of stitched you up a bit. I will also mention Oodles is also incapacitated at this point. But the little soldiers seem to be trying to help her out a little bit. And between that and the take a breather thing, I think she kind of comes back to consciousness, but she's still looking pretty bad. So yeah. Anything else you guys want to do, conversation wise?
I'm awake now.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me a secret.
I'm sorry. I was just.
That's role playing.
I would love to tell you a secret if I could just get my bearings real quick, because I thought that I wasn't gonna wake up and get my bearings. That's very funny. So what? You want to know a secret?
No, that's okay. I was kidding. Are you okay emotionally right now?
Oh, I'm always okay emotionally. I mean, I am pretty traumatized, but emotionally, yeah, that's the same. I'm doing pretty bad.
And I ask, do
you mind if I hug you?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just, as long as it's not too tight, because I'm kind of, do I feel pain?
No, I don't think you feel pain, okay. But I do think you feel lost.
Yeah.
Just so you know. Mm-hmm. So that kind of goes for everybody.
Kind of worse.
Also, I know it is. Ryan, I also think Xoxo has a faint memory of Lucinda kind of standing over him, protecting him, in addition to Summer stitching him up just now. So you kind of know both those things.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would love a hug. That was way too thoughtful and kind of you to go out of your way to keep me going and fix me. You did such a bang up job. Oh, where's my bow tie?
And we all just look like this.
Did it not make it?
It didn't make it through the crash. But we'll find something new for you.
The little soldiers all hang their heads
Well, that's okay. It's just a piece of fabric that, was it's fine. Don't worry about it. And then I kind of sit down.
And so, Lucinda
very Winnie the
holds
Pooh.
him.
Very Winnie the Pooh is what I'm doing right now.
And Summer pushes her glasses up her nose and she says, "You're going to need to be very careful, Xoxo. You can't go running off trying to hurt anything or fight anything because you're very damaged right now."
Oh, I wasn't trying to. We just
and also
went
Summer's
down the wrong tube.
Summer's shirt that says "Girl Power" is ripped because that's what got damaged before she fell, and you can see she's got a little audio chip speaker underneath. But the Girl Power shirt is damaged.
Oh no.
The Pickle, the little soldier Pickle says, hang on, gotta find that voice. What happened to Rev? Where's Rev and the others? I didn't see them fall. And then Shamrock, next to him said, nudges Pickle and says, didn't you see? He was up there. They tried to help us, but then we got lost down here. What's down here again? And then Mint says, You guys, this is where they said the big beast lives.
Yes, there is a big beast that we're heading toward, but I think that we can make friends with it and hopefully be okay.
Most likely we won't.
I love it.
Kelsey, you can go ahead and take that tie with Ryan, with Xoxo.
Yes.
In the future, I'm gonna say there's gonna have to be more some sort of vulnerability shared. But for the sake of this, and because I kind of already established it earlier, that's fine.
You know what? Actually, if you don't mind me retconning just a little bit before this conversation, when I'm hugging him, I want to say,
A lot of times we feel lost whenever we're having new experiences, but as long as we have each other, we can get through it. The only thing that got me to our community and into a safe place where I could learn to be myself was friends.
there.
That's good.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
feel very bonded.
Good.
I made.
You can get that tie now. So you all are kind of taking stock and whatnot, and Oodles kind of comes back too, and she kind of guys, hang on, and like a little bit of light kind of dimly lights up just like your area around you, and she says, "Can you guys hear that?" And you don't hear anything.
No.
No.
No?
I guess I got water in my ears and holes in my speaker.
Holes.
In your microphone, maybe?
In my microphone.
Okay.
Just kidding. And but the light comes up a little bit, and you see kind of like in some of the water is dark, but you can see one wall on the outskirts, and you see like there's some like little like a little shore that has kind of come through the water a bit. It's very, very small, and it's kind of leaning up, like wedged up against one of the walls. You see junk of all kinds, trash,
Yes.
pollution, litter, just all the bad stuff. You see all kinds of junk and stuff like that. And from deep, deep, deep down below you, you hear like a... And Oodle says, "Man, I'm really hearing things right now."
I heard that, Oodles.
Yeah, we all heard of giant beasts below us.
Oh, good to know. Good to know that I'm not alone in that. And
Let's
Should we-
try to get over to that shore.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, after what we just went through, I'm just going to posit to the group. Maybe we try to stay away from the big beast monster thing and not necessarily, I guess, unless if that's, where Peg is. Because that's the whole reason we're
No,
here.
I think you were right the
Beast?
first time. We should
Yeah.
stay away from
Yeah. Yeah, let's stay away from it.
Sure. I think I'm going to suggest that we rock and rock harder on one side. And so that's me being bossy. That's if I can roll bossy to try to get us in that direction.
okay. Yeah, let's
So
let's see.
bossy is plus smile, which is 1. So fuck me, that's a 4.
Damn, dude. Okay. So you start to
Dang.
kind of rock back and forth, and
Fine.
you end up just kind of spinning the thing around, where you guys are kind of like, oh no, it's not really going the way you want it to, and you actually get a little farther away from that shore. But in doing so, with Oodle's light, you actually see there's another little shore on the other side. You're basically starting to get a little bit of bearings of your surroundings here, and it looks like you're in a very, very large chamber, like a big circular chamber. There's a waterfall coming down on one end, and then there's just like a big open space. And when I say shore, I mean like it's probably like 2 feet by 2 feet of just kind of like built up like kerfuffle. And yeah, so that's what you have now. I will say, in all of this spinning and whatnot, one of you, I think it's probably doesn't matter. All of you, kind of when you're slowing down and whatnot, you land and you actually can see Oodle's kind of like her light is shining out dead ahead, and you see there is a gate in the wall, and it looks like it's a very fine, kind of graded gate, and there's a bunch of blockage kind of stuck up alongside of it. So if you climb high enough, you could probably like reach the gate, but in looking at it, it's much too small for any of you to fit through.
Except for
you'd have to be
the green boys, right?
except for the little soldiers, they could fit through it. Yeah. So that's what you see, and with that, you hear a, and you start to feel the water kind of sloshing, and your boat's kind of like getting a little rockety. And I think with that, we'll pause on your story and jump back up 100 feet.
100 feet?
Yeah, fuck it.
Dang.
100 toy feet.
100 toy feet.
Oh, tiny little feet.
So it's really 15 feet. You guys were that close this whole time. No, it's, I don't know, it's 60 feet, we'll say. And Rev.
Yeah.
You have just skidded out a bit, kind of bonking into Stretch, who kind of tripped over his arms. Your antenna just popped off, and behind you, you see Oodles. Olivia. I named them both with an O, and they have similar voices. Damn it. You see Olivia, and she looks like she's just kind of frozen in fear. And you see Flick, who is lying on the ground, and his left arm is ripped off. And stuffing's kind of coming out, and he's just laying there. What do you do?
Well, I say to Stretch, I say, "Oh, is my friends? Is there a way to? I have to get down there. I have to help my friends. Is there a way I can get down there without going over the waterfall?"
He starts to kind of like get his arms back up, and he says, "No, I'm very sorry, Rev." And he puts a hand on your cab, and he says, "There's no way back up."
I didn't ask if there was a way back up. I asked if there was a way for me to get down there.
Well, and from over where Flick is at, you see him kind of turn around. And he says, "They're gone. Your friends are gone. There is no way. If you go down there, you're going to be gone too. Let it go." And then he stands up and he starts like shoving some stuffing back into his arm. And he starts like kind of walking away towards like a corridor where it seems like he's going to go head back up where they were. And Olivia comes over and she like slides herself over and she like puts like a weird little like hand on your tire, and she says, "I'm so sorry about all of your friends. They seemed very nice.
Olivia,
You're
please.
You're welcome to be friends with us now."
Please don't talk about my friends like in the past tense. They're still down there somewhere, and I need to go down there, and together I know we can figure out a way to get back up again. And I can do it with or without your help.
Stretch turns and looks at you and he says, Flick and Olivia have kind of moved on down the corridor, so it's just you and Stretch at this point. and
She just walked away while I was talking to her.
Oh. Well, no, okay. In
Just
that
wandered
case,
off.
Hey, I was saying something.
Part of her is with you, but the other part is
yeah. She's like splits in half, so
Gross.
she's walking away and then just catches up to herself. So Stretch says, listen, Rev, Flick is your confidence reminds me a lot of his, or rather how his was once. He used to be much more brave. But when we Flick was the bravest of all of us. He saved every toy that fell down with us. He sought after them. He never gave up on a toy. But when we tried to leave that first time and came across the big beast, Flick could have made it out, but he went back for other toys, for me. And he lost his own eye, and we were stuck here because of it. Honestly, the only way that we even made it out of there is because the big beast flipped us in the air, and I was able to swing myself with my long floppy arms, along with Flick, back over to here.
He's an asset.
Flick lost all of his bravery that day. He chooses to cower instead of trying again. I have to go with him. He's my brother. And he puts a hand on your cab and he says, I'm real sorry, but it's just too scary.
I know it might be scary, and I understand that you have a history here to think about. But these are my friends, and up until very recently, I didn't have too many. And so I need to go down there after them, with or without you. And I'll find a way. And you can point me in the right direction, but I'm going to find a way no matter what.
Make a I'm gonna say try to make friends here. So this is plus smile.
I'm not really good at making friends.
No.
I love Rev so much.
Uh-huh.
I rolled a 2.
Oh no,
Guys, what is the deal? Ryan, get a new dice app. This one's not working.
Somebody rolled a 13 earlier. So.
So he says, well, if you change your mind, you know where to find us. Good luck. And then he turns and walks after his friends.
Okay. I'm going to take a breather, first of all.
Okay.
So that I can mend my antenna.
Yeah. Earlier I said it broke off. That would have made it a broken part. Instead, I'm going to say it bends enough to where it's kind of bent.
Cool. So I'm going to drive up against the wall and then lean into it enough so that it bends it back into place.
Like a bear scratching your back.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's just like Ivy, my Pomeranian pug, does when she's scratching her butt on the side of the couch. She's just like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
That's adorable.
And then I know, so find something is usually for stuff or things.
Yeah.
Can I guess, I want to use find something to find something that I can use to maybe lower myself down, or
Okay.
a path, or like something that I just haven't seen yet.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll plus scrounge.
Which for me is 0. Cool. A 4.
Oh no.
There's nothing here. I mean, yeah, you guys have already kind of scoured this little area. Honestly, you have a couple options. You can just drive off the edge, and you don't know what's waiting down there.
Right.
You have no idea what that could mean for you. Or you can go back upstairs where the others are. You know that they have more stuff up there. They have like a little community, very, very small community. But they have some stuff kind of stockpiled up there. Maybe you could find something up there that would help. Or you can just jump for it. So
I think so.
You also have a picture, a photograph, right? Of
Right, the kids holding
Yeah.
Flick.
Yeah.
And then the older one holding Stretch.
Right.
So I think the heroics of just leaping off of the side of the wall sounds fun, but I think that's a little bit too
Risky. It's a little
too
risky.
risky for Rev.
Please don't. Yeah, please don't. We don't want you to get hurt.
So I am going to drive back up to the community. I think my goal right now is to find something that I can upgrade myself with that is going to maybe glide myself down. I want to be a car with wings.
Okay.
I got
want it.
chills.
I want it. Yes. That's so
Okay.
real.
So you're gonna go. So you drive back up,
Mhm.
catching up with the others. You get to their little community, and you get Flick turns and says, "You made the right choice. Welcome to the crew."
I'm not here. I mean, thank you first of all, but I'm not here.
Very nice.
I'm not here to join up just quite yet. I just know that you all have resources up here, and I know that you won't be joining me, but I'm hoping at least you can help me. Do they know I found this photograph?
No.
Oh, okay. I found this photograph earlier, and I recognize you, and I recognize Stretch, and it looks like, I don't know who these giant, they kind of look like Summer in a way, creatures are, just a lot bigger, but it looks like maybe that you all were friends at one point. So I'm hoping that if I give you this photograph, this might be a roll bribe maybe. If I give you this photograph, will you give me some supplies that I can use?
I'm gonna say yes. This would be a bribe. I'm gonna
All these plus smile things.
Plus smile. You also get a plus
Why do you
one
do
on
this?
this. You get a plus one on this as well
Why?
Pourquoi?
for having the photograph.
Oh, I got the goods.
And I just feel really bad with all these failures.
Thank you. Yes.
We do too.
So, because of the plus one, it just kind of negates my negative one. So, straight up roll. 3.
What?
I've rolled 2-1, 2-2, and 2-1.
Oh god.
Like, I understand that this is the game, but can we play another game where he gets what he wants? Just for a minute.
Oh my god. Do you have physical dice in front of you?
I do not. No.
Okay.
Also,
Look-
have we titled this episode yet? Can it just be called Rev's Failure?
Rev's disaster.
Oh man.
Dicey dice rolls.
Okay. So here's what happens because this is
I
frustrating.
can also maybe I can just use a hold or something too, because with all these failures I have holds out the wazoo.
What do
Well-
your holds do, Rev?
Well, it's to allow me to notice something that no one else has noticed in their haste.
Mm, that
I'm gonna
could be
say-
fun.
Yeah.
Here's what happens without using a hold yet.
Okay.
So you show that photograph to Flick, and Stretch and Olivia see it from afar too.
Mhm.
And Flick, like, you see him kind of like almost like completely internal, like just kind of like what I'm trying to say, cut himself
Shut
off
down.
a bit,
Yeah.
shut down. And he like takes a few steps back into the darkness, and Stretch reaches out his like long hand and takes the photograph from you, and Flick and Stretch looks at it, and Flick says, "Keep that thing away from me," and then he runs away.
Oh.
So your bribe failed. Stretch though takes it and says, "Where did you find this? This is."
It was inside Olivia.
And she's just like, "There's all kinds of crazy stuff in there. I don't know." And he's like, Flick, hold on. And he runs after Flick, and they go off. And then it's just Olivia and you, and Olivia says, "So, can I help?"
Yes, I would very much appreciate that. Is there anything around here that I could use to upgrade myself, so that I could maybe glide down to the lower area?
Ooh. Follow me. And she like
Okay.
scuttles over to a big junk pile of stuff. You see there are all kinds of different things in here. I'm gonna say roll find something to see if you can find what you're looking for.
All right.
Yeah, plus scrounge.
Plus scrounge, which I believe is.
I'll give you
0
a
for
plus
me.
1 because she's also looking.
She's
to help you.
helping me.
If you roll a failure here, I'm quitting the game.
Burn it down. Burn it down.
Indy, what are you like good at? What is Rev?
I'm really good at
That was the question.
Thank you. I'm really good at strong arm and scuffling. So if we're ever in combat, man, I am there for it. But all this negotiating and feeling stuff, count me out. 10.
Yay!
And
Baby's
That
first
is-
good roll.
that's a huge
Nice.
success.
Good
So,
job.
you can pick 2 of these. It's exactly what you were looking for. It isn't dangerous, and nobody else wants it. Which of those? 2 of those 3?
I would guess I'm gonna go with it's exactly what I'm looking for,
Yes.
and it's
2 car-sized wings.
Yeah, wow. And it isn't dangerous.
Okay.
I don't want it to be dangerous.
So, Olivia points out. So you don't find anything in this junk pile, and she's like, well, okay, come here. And she like leads you to the back, and
Olivia
then you
wants it.
see she
Yeah,
has
she
has like her own pile of like all the best stuff that she's picked out already,
Okay,
Nice.
Olivia.
I love
And-
that.
and she's
She's
like,
so cool.
and you see it like sitting there atop of the pile. You see these 2 like toy plane wings that look
Mhm.
like they could be rigged on top of your cab, and you can glide. You can't fly, but you can. If you're up somewhere, it'll glide you down lower, like
Mhm.
Batman. Like Batman. So you
I
see
am the
it perfectly sitting
Batmobile.
up there, and she says, I mean, it's like my prized possession. I don't have much down here. So, I don't know. Maybe we could trade or something. Or
Go ahead. Keep talking, please.
or maybe so the truth is I love Stretch and Flick. They're like family to me now. But I don't really like it down here anymore. Maybe I could come with you.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure I can use all the help I can get, and with you being full of stuff, like who knows? I'm sure you would be very useful.
I'll make you a deal.
Okay.
I'll help you, and you can get these wings, but I can't leave Stretch and Flick. You have to help me. They have to come with me.
Okay. So I have to convince them all to come with us, and you'll give me those wings.
Yeah, or just like knock them out and we'll like take them with us or something.
I am very good at fighting, so.
So she says, okay, I have an idea.
Let me hear it.
If I, not about the Stretch and Flick stuff, but about putting these wings on you.
Great. Also
so
important.
I found this stuff here, and she like goes and like smashes herself up against this like tube, and a bunch of like white liquid like squeezes out. Which sounds gross now that I say it out loud. But she's like,
Well, you've killed us.
This stuff is very sticky. It is. I'm just describing glue, you guys.
Glue. Let's just get through it, guys.
A white sticky substance, yeah, good.
Cool.
And she says, if I put some of this on your top, and then we stick the fly on top, and then you can fly.
All right. Well, I guess just cover me with your white sticky stuff then.
And do. And we're gonna pause there. And just great. Yeah, since she's an NPC, I'm not gonna like make a roll for jury rig, but she's basically just going to upgrade your part.
Hell yeah!
I am gonna make you. I need you to decide while I'm with the other group, Andy. I need you to decide which of your current parts you are upgrading.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically, because you can't add like an extra part, so this is have to replace something else.
Okay.
It doesn't, and you can kind of finagle it a little bit to make it make sense. Okay. And it doesn't, and to be clear, it doesn't mean you have to lose one of the parts that you're changing. It just means that it's no longer considered one of your special parts.
Gotcha.
Special parts, damn it.
Special parts.
So, meanwhile, down in the abyss, the boat is rocking back and forth, and coming up from the water, Oodles like turns and looks, and you see this large, like splash waves kind of like come at you, and you see there is this big eye looking at you, yellow.
Please be a bird.
Like,
please be a bird.
Black, kind of like slit down the side, and you see this like big creature is like on like the front of it's on top of the water, long mouth, and it kind of like opens its jaws, and you see all these teeth lined up, and it like turns and tries to like snap on top of you. It is an alligator.
Oh no!
Scary.
Gator people!
In the sewers! The rivers are true!
So, I need everyone to, actually, for this, I'm gonna say that the gator goes and snaps and just misses your boat, and it kind of splashes you guys off. What are you gonna do?
We should probably get off this boat.
Yeah, let's get over here to this edge.
Yeah, are we close enough to the edge to like get out of the water?
You're gonna have to paddle the boat or swim to get over there.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start paddling.
Yeah,
towards the
paddle.
edge.
I'm gonna say one of you roll push or pull.
What's
Which
that
is plus
plus?
strong arm,
I'll do that.
and you get a +1 since somebody else is helping you.
Oh, so that's 10.
Yay.
Nice.
Okay, perfect. So so you move it where you want it to go. Perfect. So you start to, all of you start paddling, and you kind of butt up against the edge, where like there's like a little mountainy type terrain of junk, and at the top you see there's the grate. You'd have to climb up it though. But yeah, you're over there.
By the grate? We're by the grate?
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of over on this like mountainy area by the grate. Mint, Shamrock, and Pickle hop out and start kind of climbing up, and they're like, "Come on, Oodle, let's go!" And Oodle starts to kind of like slowly kind of climb up.
No.
What are the three of
She's
you
gonna
doing?
get it. She's gonna get it.
No.
Oh, I
Can I-
help her.
Can I try to fix Oodle real quick? Can I do a quick jury rig to try and make it easier for her to get up?
Sure.
Cool.
I'm this at this
Plus Ground.
point, Justin. Xoxo is like scanning the water and trying to keep a lookout for the alligator if it comes back.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say that you see. So, Summer roll plus scrounge.
I did. I got a
jury rig?
12.
A 12. Nice.
This is what I'm good at, you guys.
Killing it.
Yeah.
So you get a bonus thing again.
I'm gonna take
So-
out some like tape, I think, like
Mhm.
a little roll of tape, and like tape over the cracks on Oodle's screen.
Yeah, perfect. So that upgrades, or not upgrades, but that repairs 2 of her parts. So she's looking a lot better all of a sudden, and she
Nice.
says, "Oh man, that felt good. Thanks, Summer." And she starts
No
climbing
problem.
up the mountain. So you are looking out at the ocean, at the water, and the alligator seems to have submerged again. So it's kind of still, kind of like a little bit of waves and whatnot. The alligator comes out right in front of you, landing on the mountain. It's got these 2 arms, these 2 like claw things, and this long snout that is reaching up almost to right where you are.
Is it real? Is it a real alligator?
So yeah, this is a real living creature.
Okay.
But as you look at it, you see it is covered in junk. There are different like plastic things wrapped around its arms. One eye is completely covered in like moldy garbage. And it you know, its teeth, some of them look like they're kind of like broken off and whatnot. And there's
Mhm.
different toys jammed in,
Mhm.
toys and junk trash jammed in to like its gums and whatnot. And it
Right.
just looks angry and looking around. I mean, it looks like this thing is trapped in this room.
Yeah, so I put my hand out and put it on its snout, and I say, "It's all right. We're not here to hurt you. I promise. You look like you've been in better shape before, buddy. Can we
Okay.
help you at all?"
Do you have a move?
I have friendship,
What's your animal handling?
Yeah.
so once per session, I can put someone else's needs before my own.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll tell you how they are weak, or afraid, or vulnerable, and you tell them a secret of your own. You may also create a tie with them.
Oh my god.
That's
Create a
good.
tie with the skater, please.
Please.
Okay. Now, for the sake of this, so you reach out and touch this gator, and it calms down for a moment, because you got this fuzzy paw, and you're talking real gentle to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it. Yeah, go ahead and roll. For the sake of this, go ahead and roll make friends.
Is that smile?
That's plus smile.
Good. Okay, no whammies, no whammies. A 6.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Hard to make friends with a gator.
So true.
So here's the thing. Here's what happens. It's you kind of put your hand out and kind of calm it down, and it calms for a second, and then I think maybe the part of the mountain starts to kind of like crumble as people are climbing up it, and it kind of like falls at the gator, like kind of hitting him in the head, and he starts to snap again. You barely dodge out of the way of it, and he submerges once more. And you guys have a moment here to do something. Kelsey, you haven't done anything. Do you want to do anything right now?
Yeah, I want to call out to it in the water, and I want to use one of my holds to do my ragdoll hold, which is to ask it a question, and it has to answer me truthfully.
Okay.
So this can work. So I'm gonna say,
We are not here to hurt you. Please, show us how we can help you get out.
And as you're saying, you're kind of yelling that to the chamber. You feel from the mountain and whatnot, you just feel it start to kind of shake, and part of it starts to like crumble and kind of fall and whatnot. And you, in your mind, know that the gator just pushed and like kind of hit under the surface of the mountain of junk and stuff. And to you, that means all of this junk needs to get out of the way in order for the gator to swim through. So this little junk mountain is what's blocking the tunnel passage.
oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. With that, I think Pickle, Mint, and Shamrock are climbing. They kind of stall out and stop, and because of the way that it just shook, like the mountain lowered a little bit, and now the grate is a little too far out of reach. And let's jump back over, for the sake of storytelling, to Andy and Rev. I mean, Rev is Andy. Andy is Rev. Bruce Willis is John McClane.
Together, they're Randy.
Randy. So we see Flick and Stretch sitting. Stretch has an outstretched arm, like kind of like rubbing Flick's back a little bit, just kind of silently sitting.
Mm-hmm.
And Olivia comes out and says, "Hey everyone, so Rev has something he'd like to show you." And then you wheel out, and you have these these wings, right? So they actually you can control them to like go back and like kind of streamline, yeah, sure, or they can go out and glide. So
like Buzz Lightyear.
Like Buzz Lightyear, exactly. And so yeah, you wheel out. You have your new wings, and Olivia goes.
In answer to the homework that you gave me while we were in the other scene,
Yes.
They're kind of the bed has a door. You know, the truck has a door bed
Mm-hmm.
door. So that has been taken out, and so the wings are kind of where the door. So they're kind of hooked into the slot that bed door would be.
Okay, cool. Okay, so it's not necessarily on top. It's
kind of near the rear, but maybe like fanned out to the side. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So Olivia goes, "Okay, now it's your turn."
Right. Listen, I know that things seem hopeless, and I know that you've been trapped down here for a long time. But the truth is, when all of those things happened to you, you didn't have a team like we have right now. And right now, that team is down there in the dark abyss, and they need our help. And I know for a fact that together, with all of us, including you, Flick, we can find a way out of there, we can find a way out of here, and there's a whole community of welcoming toys living on the surface, just ready to welcome you with open arm.
So I'm gonna switch it up on you here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask you to roll
A scrounge.
I'm scrounging for friendship.
this is gonna be a think it through. Actually, this is gonna be this will be a think it through.
Okay. So that's a strong arm.
Yeah.
One Rev.
We believe in you.
Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome.
I got a 4.
Ooh.
It's insane. That is insane to me.
I hate you.
You're a bug in Rev's specific algorithm.
I guess.
It's starting to feel like you're doing it on purpose.
Just typing in 4.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Yeah.
So Flick stands up and he walks over to you and he says, "That's a nice speech, pal. But if you've seen what I've seen, the way that beast devours toys like they're nothing, you wouldn't go down there. You'd stay right here with me." And Stretch comes up behind Flick and says, "Brother, I'm very sorry about this." And then he wraps his arms around Flick and kind of rolls him up. And Flick's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Get off me." And he says, "It's for your own good, brother." And then he starts to like lift Flick up and starts walking. And he's like, "Quickly, before he bites me or something." And you all go back down toward the waterfall. And the whole time Flick is just like yelling like, "Please don't let me go back down there. I can't." You know, Rev, you know that when a toy loses parts and whatnot, they change.
Right.
And you know that Flick has been through a lot of change and whatnot. And he's currently missing a few different parts.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe Olivia prompts you saying, like, do you think his arm, maybe should we give him another arm? Do you know how to do that fixing thing that Summer did before?
Yeah, the jury rigging. Yeah, I can do that. Do you have anything inside of you? Or actually, what about this glass blade I have behind me?
What about it?
We could use that for an arm.
Slap it on.
Okay. Let me see what I have inside me first.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Olivia's like, "Help me help you."
You see her head, like her face kind of like, and she like is looking around inside
Oh
herself.
God.
So bizarre.
I love Olivia.
Yeah.
She's so cool.
and
Oh.
she like pops out and how's this? And like throws up. She throws up a pencil, and she says, Could this work?
We talking Ticonderoga or what do we got?
Yeah.
Dixon or Ticonderoga or Dixon Ticonderoga?
It's just like a simple like number 2 wooden pencil.
Okay.
So a Dixon Ticonderoga.
Yeah, probably Dixon Ticonderoga.
We know pencils is what we're saying.
Wow.
Yeah, we're pretty smart. Pretty well
We're
to do.
pretty versed in the producers, the musical. That's
Yeah,
literally
right.
the reason we know that.
Okay.
So yeah, I will. I guess while Stretch has Flick pinned down, we're going to jury rig this pencil onto him
Yeah.
in his armhole.
Yeah, so roll plus scrounge.
He's turning into a pirate, you guys.
I love it.
It's got a peg arm.
He's got a little like gem in his eye, like an eye
Yeah.
patch.
Yeah.
D6 plus scrounge is a 0 for me, so straight up. Got a 5. Got a 5.
Yes, you're improving.
Mhm.
Man.
I don't understand. I've never had this happen in my 6 years of role-playing games. I've never had someone consistently fail like this. This is crazy.
Every roll, dog. Every roll.
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay. Well, you don't know how to do this. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't know how to attach this pencil, so you're just kind of like looking at ways as you're all walking down, and just kind of like
Okay.
trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And Olivia's like on your hood, trying to like you're just kind of guiding her as she like tries to like figure out how to put it in, and she ends up just like jamming it into his arm, and he's like, ah! And she's like, no. She pulls it back out. She's like, I think maybe
Like when the nurse is looking for a vein while they're drawing your blood and they can't find it.
Yeah. So she swallows it again, and she's like, maybe if Summer is still alive, we can just ask her. And
Did she go through a change? Did Olivia go through puberty?
no, she's still up here. I fell into pickle voice.
I'm gonna say Rev actually takes this situation very hard. Like
Oh,
he's trying not to show it, but this hurts him that he can't that he doesn't even have the capability to be able to like attach this pencil to Flick.
So you guys make it down to the waterfall area,
Mhm.
and Flick says, I'm telling you right now, if we go down there, we're all goners. Think about what you're doing. And Stretch says, brother, it's time we put cowardice behind us. And
Can I? Here's what I want to picture in my mind. So Stretch has Flick kind of wrapped up in his arms. I don't think there's room in my bed for all 3 of them. So I think Olivia gets into the bed of my truck, and I think Stretch. Does he have stretchy legs too?
no, just arms.
Oh, okay. Then that takes away what I was going to talk about. But here, I open my doors so that he can like slip his feet inside and maybe sit on the hood or the top of my cab.
Okay.
So he has Flick wrapped up in his arms with his feet lodged into my cab, sitting
Riding
on my
like a motorcycle.
Yeah,
Okay.
with Olivia, the amorphous blob, sitting in the bed.
Okay.
And I start driving as fast as I can towards the precipice.
Okay. Meanwhile, down below, the mountain is kind of like shaking and whatnot. And once more, the alligator, the big beast, climbs up and
I
starts
love
to kind of climb up closer to you all. What are you doing?
Can I use a hold to see if there's any way that like I would logically know maybe how to find like a weak point of this trash mountain to maybe try to make it all crumble down? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
roll think it through.
Okay. What is that?
I want
Is
to
that
help him
plus-
problem solve.
That is a plus strong arm.
Did you
Okay.
hear me?
I did, but
A 9.
I'm gonna say, yeah.
Never mind. Fuck you.
That's
Okay.
that's a different situation.
I rolled a 9.
So great. So tell me what you do, and I'm gonna tell you one false thing about your statement.
I go to the mountain of trash,
Mhm.
and I try to find a large object that looks like it is holding up a lot of the weight, and then I want to say, Lucinda, Summer, can you help me nudge this out of the way? I think it'll make this fall down.
Yeah, we would love to help.
And then have them
Okay.
help me like knock it into the water
So
to try to
that's
avalanche it
great.
down.
The one thing that I'm going to say that's false about that is that this object is too large. You three cannot move this out of the way, even if you tried.
What is
Um,
it?
It is a like safe. It is a vault safe.
What?
Jesus.
Jesus.
Someone
Yeah.
stole money and hid it in the sewer.
Hit it in the sewers.
That is
Uh,
what you're telling me right now.
So you're gonna need something much larger to move.
I know.
This. Okay, Kelsey.
So I'm going to call out again.
I think we found a weak point, but we need your help. Can you help us move this, please?
And I'm going to roll bossy. Please, God.
Okay. Roll
Unless you
plus
have a better
smile.
thing for me to roll.
No, that's
Is it-
great. Roll plus smile.
Plus smile. God, please.
You got this.
Hey! It
Not
could be
bad.
worse.
It could be
Could've
worse.
been
It could be a lot. I
worse.
could have revved it, but I didn't.
What'd you get?
Oh, don't make that a
Seven.
thing.
Seven. It's a
7.
thing.
Oh.
Okay, so how this says is that on a 7 to 9, they do what you want, but you must give them something in return. I'm gonna, since this is, we're kind of like messing around with this a little bit, since
Uh-huh.
this is not really a creature that can communicate with you.
Mhm.
So they do what you want, but basically at a cost, at a price. So what happens is the alligator actually launches itself towards you, and it takes a huge bite, and it is going to I think it damages 2 of your parts, Lucinda. I'm gonna say damage 2 of your parts or break completely 1 of your parts. You choose.
I'll damage 2 of my parts.
Okay. So you damage 2 parts as it comes at you, as you're yelling at it and whatnot, being bossy, and it kind of rips whatever it is that it rips. At the same time, it nuzzles its head like poof, and knocks the safe out of the way. And you're right. So the whole mountain shifts, kind of falling, and you all fall into the water.
Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense.
No.
Including
and-
the soldiers and Oodle.
Including the soldiers, including Oodles. And Summer, you get 1 action.
Okay. So before things fall, our little soldier friends were trying to reach the grate, right? There was a
Yeah.
grate that they were trying to reach. Was that because they thought that they could get through it and open it? I wanted to clarify what the plan was.
I'm not sure. I think they were just trying to climb to get away from the alligator. They could fit through the grate, but now that all of this has fallen, there's actually the tunnel is a little more open, and although there's still some blockage, like you'd still have to, in order for the alligator to get out, you're gonna have to break more of that blockage. But like the upper side, if you think of it like in like 2 quadrants, like above the water and below the water. The above the water blockage has fallen. Now it's just the below the water blockage. So you guys could
Get out.
probably try to climb over and get out at this point.
Okay. Oh gosh. Let's see. So I was gonna, at first I was gonna like try to like throw one of the little soldier people so they could get up to the grate, but it sounds like we don't need that anymore. Um, are all of our friends, so we're all in the water now.
You
That's
are.
where we're in
Oodles
the water.
Oodles cannot swim, so
That's
she's
what I want to
starting
do
sink.
then. I want to save
Okay.
Oodle. I want to try to get Oodle out of the water and up to where at least Oodle can get through the grate.
Okay. So roll to help someone.
Is that smile?
That is
Or
plus
strong arm.
ties.
It's
That's
what?
plus your ties, and if you have any ties with Oodle.
Oh, I do not.
Yeah.
I'll try it anyway. I got a 5.
Okay. By the way, you all should be taking holds for your failures.
Oh, that's right.
Andy, you should be maxed out on holds right now.
I certainly am.
Okay. So you swim over to Oodle, and as you're swimming to try and help Oodle, the alligator, and you look up. All three of you look up and see the alligator is about to like snatch down on Oodle and like eat Oodle. Above the alligator, you see flying up ahead. You see Rev with Stretch and Flick and Olivia in tow, and Stretch like has with his arms around Flick says, "Knit, don't quit!" And we'll pause there. That's where we'll end the session tonight.
Don't quit.
Today.
Can that be our official hashtag?
I love it.
Yeah, man. Oh man, this is crazy. I did not.
We're gonna save this guy.
Yes.
The
I'm all
skater.
about saving the skater, man.
So
Save the
Live.
gators.
He deserves life.
fantastic, you guys. So we'll pick up again next week. And we will put a close to this arc of the story, I would assume.
Into the
Actually,
Unsewn.
I thought today might have been the close, but it's fine. I mean, this is good. This is an hour goes by so fast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's so hard
It
to
does.
tell like in-depth things in an hour. So
And really, we're at like close to an hour and a half now. So
I know, yeah. And I knew we pushed it a little hard today, but I wanted
It was
to get
worth
to,
it.
So cool. Well, with that being said, I think we better get out of here. So thank you everybody for watching at home. Make sure you tune in next time and figure out what happens. See you then.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Happy birthday, Andy.